Yo, what is up, everybody? We are back with some more House Flipper. We're at the Spruce Hideout. Another piece of land that we're going to build a house on. Got a few trees out here. Almost kind of country life a little bit. Got some mountain, nice little view. See the fucking waterfall out there? Well, that doesn't matter. We're out here. And we're going to build a house, like I said, as well as a little shed ordeal. So let's take a look at the plans. All right, so here's the plans. These are plans of an actual house that I have lived in the past or whatever. It was called the Greenway house. It's what we all refer to it as, because it was me and a group of my friends. And it was just outside of a town called Greenway, and it was me and 5 other people living in this house, or at least technically living there. There's probably at least 10 people there at almost all times. It was the party house. I lived there when I was 19, 20. So, you know, my younger years and shit, running around, having fun, goofing off. It was me and 2 other guys I used to make music with. We lived there, as well as like our girlfriends and stuff. So that's why there were 6 of us, 3 guys, 3 girls, and then a bunch of random people kind of crashed there a lot and stuff. And yeah, this is gonna be the house. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house. And it was pretty big for as old as it was. Had a nice sized living room, as y'all can tell, as well as that little shed kind of in the back. It was more for storage. We didn't use it too much, but we did use it some. So I'm gonna go ahead and build that as well. Well, let's get started.
My favorite color is green, mom's is blue. I guess that's why I hate feeling this way, cause everything with her is bad news. So what am I to do? Teach to keep going through life so at the end I can lose. I could rap about toting pistols, but what would that do? That's not what helped get me through the shit that I've been through. And I can't get off that bottle cause I never been on it. My life's not the best, but I still try to flaunt it. Cause you gotta take what you're given, just to make you a living. Hoping you don't break till you're sinning. I'm being straight up with the words I'm spitting, so don't count me out when I'm trying to get my foot in. You can't knock me out whenever I take one on the chin. You're just in it for the clout, I'm in it to vent. So every night when you go out, I bleed through this pen. I sweat in the booth, I ain't cry on the mic. I have too much to lose, most importantly, my life. My life.
It's a 573 to 1, it can't be cloned. I got banned in the motherfucking 870 one time, won't leave me alone. In episode 90136 degrees, yeah, the Black Haven zone. I'm outcast all alone, airplane mode. Windshield time when I'm smoking a cone, smoking this race to the dome. Smoke rolling out my sockets. A prophet, the posse, my posse so profits. 2-4 OG, never copy. Speaking of profits, yeah, don't fuck with my pockets. Still got 32 years on the back up, the fucked up when I'm talking. Shut the fuck up when I'm straight talking, barking, big dog walking. Got the blues for the clues, the real darkin', leaking out the faucet when I'm saucing. That girl flogging, the Miss Out Blues Part 2, I'm just waiting to get on topics.
I've done some shit that label me as a villain. I guess it's a custom fit for this Mason Dixon. Line after line I try to write, night after night by this old moonlight. Fight after fight I try to do right. Lou after Lou and these voodoo rites. I'm being hexed and attacked by all these snakes. A divine being flesh was cast on Grand Zombie's face. Infinite knowledge, but these words I cannot say. It's definitional caution to Papa Labai I pray. Keep me safe in the Mid-South, completely sane in this house. With what I say as it rips out, with the bad taste to spit it out. A finger flips out, I paid all my dues. Let it linger without a doubt in these Miss Out Blues Part 2.
Prophet, check the Orange Mountain looking for my profits. With the 8 iron form, it's a prophet. He's stalking alive. Dead man walking, scarecrow dance got me chopping. Soxy costumes, if I only had a brain. Blues got me acting deranged. Cancer on my skin, ain't feeling the same. Never been the same. It's Out Blues Part 2.
Alrighty, so we are done here. I got us our house and our little shed type barn thing back there. We're gonna start. Let's go check out the shed. To start off with, I've had to cut out some of the trees. I left the ones I could, but anywhere that we was actually building at, I had to cut out. Also, I laid down sand here. It's supposed to represent dirt, or like a dirt driveway, whatever. Mostly stay rutted up from all the people driving up here. Especially we lived in this house, me and my friends, in the winter months. In a sense, like, what was it? I believe it was November to February-ish. So, yeah. So it was very cold, wet, had some snow and all that fun stuff. I don't remember what all was out actually in the shed, so I just kind of threw out some tools up in here. It was all wooden with a tin roof. I know there was no tractor, but I wouldn't put it there. We had a bunch of sheds on the land or whatever our landlord did. Some of it had tractors and trucks and kinds of stuff. He had a bunch of horses and cows. A lot of like the grooming stuff on that, the little clippers for the horns on the cows and steers and shit were in here, and I don't know what all, some feed. He said we could use it for whatever we wanted as well, as long as we didn't mess with the shit. Which at times we had a dog. I thought about getting a dog just so I could show y'all while I was walking around in here, have it run around. At times we had like a little fence we put up around it, like chicken wire type fence. Kind of kept it in it while it was outside. Most of the time it was an inside dog. We didn't really put it outside too much, especially since it was so cold. But that's about the only thing we actually used the shed for. But we did notice when we snooped around, it had this little room on the side. And I can't fucking have anything like it in this game. But it had a bunch of fucking moonshine up in here. I mean, a fucking bunch of shit, just like all over the fucking place. There's crates and boxes with some still in it. The fucking bottles were fucking all dusted or dusty or whatever, like a fucking thick layer of dust, but still had moonshine in it. And a bunch of fucking other bottles and shit up here. A little fucking distillery type thing, I guess, or whatever, to help make it or something. I know one of the guys with it, he fucking tried it. He said it tastes like shit. So yeah, who fucking knows how old that thing was? Go ahead and open this up. Now, these dimensions of this house is slightly off. I have done these blueprints before accurately, but whenever I try to convert it into here, how things lay out with the doors and the window placements has to be on even wall segments and all that kind of stuff. Some of the stuff looks a little bit bigger than what it would be. This is our garage. It was a tiny garage. The actual garage door framing was very narrow. I had actually bent in the mirrors on my vehicle. I didn't have a truck. I had a Mountaineer, so a big old SUV. Or not really a big one, but an SUV, you know. But we never parked it in the garage. I got tired of moving the mirrors trying to get it in, so we was just kind of parked it right here. And we do have a back door right there that we usually used. But we had a drum set up in here, and they don't have anything like that in the game, so I was like, fuck it, I'll put the truck in here. We had a drum set. These walls were actually exposed. This wall I think was solid. You can see the studs and framing on here, and we had some strobe lights set in, the little bracing. It was nice. And this house had a bunch of fucking like shop lights, so that's what those are supposed to represent. You walk in here, they got a window right here. And this is the first bedroom. I think it used to be a porch, I think our landlord said, and they ended up making it into like all closed in and more like a bedroom. So one of my friends or whatever and his girlfriend called this room since it was the biggest and they liked it, as well as this was the back door. They didn't really like us going through it as much, but oh well. As well as it kind of looks like tiled ceiling, but it had like a almost like a brick like pattern of whites, I don't know, whatever type thing. So that's what that's supposed to represent. They had some big furniture, dressers and chests and stuff. Big old TV. They had the biggest TV in the house. only flat screen in the house. Or of course this was back in 09, late 09, early 2010. So yeah, they had a bunch of random shit just hanging up on the walls. They had blankets and stuff, which is what most of the people use for curtains. That's why these ain't got curtains. But they had blankets and stuff hung up, as well as he used to acquire street signs, and he would fucking hang them up in his rooms and shit. So I got the signs that they had in here. And this room is usually messy with fucking clothes cluttered everywhere, and I don't know what all. First of all, was drunk like energy drinks. They drank a lot of alcohol. I never drunk alcohol or anything like that, but yeah, that's what that kind of represent. And then we're gonna go over here first. This is a bathroom. Actually goes into the hallway and connects to there. A little sink over here. His girlfriend had a bunch of makeup. She was always trying to get all dolled up and things. And shit, we got a little shower here. It was tiny shower. Well, that kind of looks a little bit bigger than what it probably actually was, but oh well. That's about as close as I could get it. And I remember one time we pulled some pranks. We got her hairbrush and some of her makeup and saran wrapped it to the bottom of the fucking seat lid and then closed it and then saran wrapped it closed. It was great. This fucking house, man. So many fucking memories. Right here is in the center of the house. And this is our laundry room, which is a pretty fucking big size laundry room. Now this part right here, I don't think is actually that big. I just made it that big so the laundry room didn't look as fucking big. I can't remember exactly how deep that is, but that was supposed to be in a chase. They used to have a actual fireplace in the house. That was kind of went in there, as well as they had this little closet over here, which we kept all of our laundry detergent and dog food and all that stuff in. And this is kind of where we kept the dog when we left or whatever. We didn't want it running around. It was just a little puppy. We kind of kept it in this room. Had some pee pads over here, and bed, some toys, food and water, a washer and dryer. We had some racks and stuff to hang things up on. Supposed to be a water heater, which I think these actually are in the game, but it wasn't big enough, so I just stuck two on top of each other. And then we go in here, and this is a kitchen, which I don't think I changed the size of the kitchen too much from the actual plans, but this looks fucking massive compared to what it was. It was kind of tiny. So I don't know why it looks like that. We had a little round table. This section looks about right. It kind of sat in that corner. We had about 2 chairs. We never sat there and ate. We had an old school fucking stove. I think that might be one of the things. I think the stove was actually bigger and wider. I couldn't find any that looked wider, except like really fancy or commercial looking ones. Same thing with the fridge. I think that's what fucking makes it look that way. And then, I don't know. I say probably take out about 1 or 2 sets of fucking cabinets that way. Oh, we did have a small fridge compared to what I'm used to nowadays, but I mean, it was a regular fridge. We had a little mini fridge in here. We kept sodas and stuff in. Just kept food in there. We had just all kinds of random shit. There was always fucking alcohol bottles and things sitting around. I don't think we hardly ever cooked. We used the stove mainly for heat, because there was not good heat in this house, or air, I guess, but we didn't fucking live there in the summer to realize that. And then we had this fucking massive living room. I mean, fucking stand right here and look how fucking long this thing is. Now this is accurate. I mean, this feels completely accurate. It felt like 2 fucking rooms. I don't know if at one point it was or not. At one point there would have been a fireplace or something right here. They had the floor heater type ordeals. I can't even think what they're called. Furnaces or whatever in the floor. Had a wall. Fucking almost like a window unit. AC unit, but it was punched in through the wall. This is our fuck off area. Some of our friends and some of the members that lived in the house would wrestle right here. We'd had a dartboard. They play hacky sack and stuff. This is kind of, you know, people get drunk and fucking act a fool over here. And then we had 2 sets of couches, a chair, and then this was actually more like you take off that bottom, like one of those little rocking, like gaming chairs that just sit on the ground type ordeal with the speakers on the side. What that's supposed to represent. But yeah, and then that was more like one of those mushroom type chairs. But we had 2 couches and an actual armchair, and this couch back here sat on top of a platform that we had 2, I think they was like 20-inch subwoofers. I think I don't remember the exact size. I think it was 20-inch. But there was 2 subwoofers I had in my car that one of my friends acquired for me. That's a nice way of saying it. And for a while we had it in the house, had it hooked up to our radios and shit. And we eventually just kind of set it right there, and the platform was big enough to sit fucking or it was built big enough to sit a couch on top of. And we had like a little movie theater type of setup. And yeah, it was great. Of course, back then we had box TVs, some of those more common. The original Xbox out here that we lived from like in there in November to February. So we had a Christmas tree for a little bit, a little tiny one. I don't think it made it to Christmas. I think it got broke or some shit before then, but oh well. Again, we had shop lights, a little ceiling fan right in the middle. We had actual door frames right here and then to the kitchen, but no door. Also this way. This is the hallway that leads back into that bathroom. Door right here goes back into the laundry room. And we had 2 decent sized closets in here. And our first night that we stayed there, we didn't even have electricity on yet, and we was playing hide and seek in the fucking house. And it ended up with me falling asleep in a big old box of somebody's clothes. I think it was this closet. Yeah, I think it was this one. I fell asleep inside the fucking box covered up. It was great. And then we had this hallway. This was a bunch of dressers or like drawers or whatever, and some doors kind of like this. It looked like built-in dresser in the fucking hallway or whatever, and it was nice. That's what the people that lived in this bedroom back here that I showed y'all a while ago, the chick kept her clothes in a lot of this, as well as the chick that I was kind of seeing at that point kept her clothes in there. They kind of use that as their dressers. And here's the bathroom for the rest of the house. That small little sink thing right here. Little medicine cabinet. Toilet over there. Tub. It actually had a shower, thing in it as well, but oh well. And then a little pantry, but a little, linen closet. Yeah, what is? I couldn't think what the fuck it was called. A linen closet there. Oh man, my mind is just fucking all over the place right now. We had a little wall heater here, a little gas, propane, whatever. Furnace there, as well as another floor furnace. And we could never get the floor ones to work, so this was literally the only source of heat in the entire fucking house. So when it got really cold, we hung up some of those blankets across this doorway and kept all the heat on this side of the house. And then the guys that were living in that back bedroom, they had their own little space heater type ordeal. Here is the closet and another bedroom. This bedroom didn't get used that much. The guy that was supposed to have been sleeping in here, he worked off, and he'd work for like 2 weeks straight, come home for like 2 or 3 days, and then leave again. So this was his bedroom when he was here. But yeah, not much. One of our other friends kind of crashed in there when he wasn't here. And the chick I was seeing was supposed to stay in this bedroom, but she ended up sleeping with me, obviously. But yeah, this was her bedroom, as well as another one of our friends kind of crashed in here while she was in the other room with me. And she didn't even have a stand over for the TV, just a TV. Of course, the TV was a bigger one. It probably came up Probably about where my little cursor is height-wise. I'm just a decent size box TV. And then this one was mine, which is more actually decorated because I had more shit moving into it. As y'all could tell, these kind of had a bed, a TV, and maybe like a little stand. She might have little whatnots or some shit on there. I think there were some street signs hanging up in here as well as blankets and other decorative things. This one literally had nothing except a bed. And they didn't even have an actual bed frame. They just had mattresses sitting on the floor or on a box spring sitting on the floor. I actually had a bed frame, but they all had like full size or queen size beds and I had a half. So yeah. And then these type of curtains were already kind of in the house when we moved here, so I went ahead and kept it. But one thing I did take down, and I didn't put it up in here, I was thinking about it, was about right in here, about halfway between this wall and the ceiling fan, was a swing in the house. So I've never seen a sex swing in real life, but I'm pretty sure that's what that was. Or I've never seen one before in real life. I'm pretty sure that's what that was. So yeah, I got 3 posters up, you know, the house flipper one, farm flipper, and the pets, because you know we're playing house flipper. This is the DLC for the farm, and then the pets because I had intended on getting a dog, having it follow me around in here while I was giving y'all a tour, and then I decided not to because they didn't have a dog of the same breed. So we had a pit bull, but oh well. We all had skateboards. I think that's the only one I actually put in here because I was going to do different deck designs, but you can't see it. So I was like, what's the point? So I just did that one for mine. Black cabinet, my dresser, and then it's supposed to be like a white plastic type cabinet. I kept a lot of stuff in. So was my TV, my Xbox, which the Xbox in the living room was actually mine. I also had a 360 that I kept in here, and the original Xbox stayed in the living room for everybody else. And my VCR player, my fucking CD player, and I had a big old tall stand of CDs, which what's that supposed to represent? And then a little movie cabinet over here, which I kept my phone on at times, and my alarm clock and some other little things up here. I don't have any alarm clocks in this fucking app or in this game. I was surprised. At times I kept it there, and now I kept it on that windowsill. Which most of the time I kept my phone there because there was a plug-in back there, and that's where the charger was. I kept my alarm clock on here, which it actually sat closer to the bed, but it wouldn't let me put it there because of the fucking curtain was in the way, so it had to sit out, and I was like, nope, ain't doing that. Also had some band posters or whatever. I think I had like 1 or 2 over here, then some over here. So yeah. Also had a guitar and an amp, a little beanbag chair, which I didn't have a beanbag chair, but I did have a little chair or whatever people could sit in that sat on the floor. It was all foam or some shit. Yeah. A laundry basket, which I had a big ass fucking cardboard box as my laundry basket. It was probably bigger than that fucking beanbag chair size wise. And then I had 2 closets, and what I did, I used this one for my main clothes and stuff like that. Had some boxes of keepsakes up here and things. I think I kept my gun in this one as well as my unicycle and shit. And this one over here had my work clothes because I had an actual uniform type ordeal I had to wear for work. So all those clothes were in here as well as some other knickknacks and things. I can't remember how I had them separated, but yeah, this is like the special items, and this is like everyday items, I guess, or something. And yeah, I don't think I mentioned it a while ago. I put these up for the reasons like I told y'all, but there's 3 of them in here because I do blueprints, and when I was going to college I lived here for a little bit during that time, and I had some blueprints to my dream house hanging up on my wall right here, and I had 3 pages. One was the 1st and 2nd floor, one was like the basement foundation, and the other one was the elevations. So yeah, all that was kind of right there. And yeah, that's about it.
Alrighty, that's going to be it for this episode. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Ring that bell so you get notified when we upload new videos, and leave a like and comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Until next time, peace out. Everybody love everybody.